Hey everyone, this is Facebook James here with This Week in Pali Football. In this episode, we'll talk about some wildfires, some gondoliers, and some wildcats. Stay tuned.
Hey, win on me, win on three, ready, 1, 2, 3. Win! Oh, yeah! Stop playing with a beat! 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 Stop playing with a beat!
Hey everyone, this is Facebook James with my favorite varsity insider, Cy Riley. Cy, say hi to the people. Yo, man of short words today. Check it out. In this episode, we just want to talk about some wildfires, some gondoliers, and some wildcats. So first off, the wildfires, man. How did you feel not being able to play on Friday night because of the wildfires that were happening out in the San Fernando Valley? Just your reaction to not playing on a Friday night.
I didn't really have a reaction. I think my teammates really wanted to play on Friday. They voiced their concerns and their feelings about playing on the week in, that Saturday. But all in all, everybody was ready to go on Friday, and because it got postponed until Monday, it is what it is, and we still went out there and did our thing.
Yeah, it's a matter of perspective. I mean, it's only a football game compared to people losing their houses and being affected by the wildfires that were taking place in the San Fernando Valley. So I know I said a couple of prayers just for those families that the fires impacted. But yeah, perspective. The football game is a small thing. So it was postponed, and we played on Monday night against the Gondoliers. Man, how did it feel to have a Monday night football high school game? I'm sure it was different, right?
The field sucked. The only thing different about it was just the sun being in your eyes for a couple more hours than it normally would be. But we still had to get ready for a football game because this is our Venice. It's our rival, so.
Yeah, it was rivalry week, and it carried over to Monday. And so for me, I was nervous as a parent, as a Pali QB Club board member. I was nervous. All the anxiety just kind of hit when I pulled into the parking lot. And so, but I thought that you guys were going to put your best foot forward. And you did. You won 38-14 over the Gondoliers for the second year in a row. So congratulations to the varsity team. So to me, it looked like you guys got off to a slow start. What about you?
We're a four-quarter football team, so we don't,
Thank God.
slow start or not, we're just going to play for 4 quarters, and so, you might have started out slow, and we might not have.
No, you did, because
it's whatever you decide,
Sure.
I feel like our team came out and we got hit in the mouth pretty early, and then we hit them back, so, it wasn't really necessarily a slow start for me, but, for other people it could be. Right.
Well, for you actually had a tipped pass that led to Emmanuel's interception, and so I saw the highlight film from Eric Sonnenheimer's tweet. And at first I didn't know what happened to the ball until I actually saw after the game that you got a paw on it and knocked it down, and so Emmanuel had a chance. Just talk about Emmanuel's play in that particular in the game that you guys had on Monday.
Emmanuel was a big dude for us. Last year was Noah Gadusham, making sure that he had QB and outside contain, being our boom guy. And so this year, Emmanuel, he was able to step up and be that outside threat, making sure that nobody got outside of him. And he was just a vicious man. All credit in the world goes to him, and he was a spectacular man on that field on Monday.
No, he was like a beast. And so just going forward for the rest of the league games and as we get into the playoffs, I'm calling you guys the firm. You, Noah, and Emmanuel, you guys are the firm. You know how you have the law offices of? So you guys are kind of like the law offices of that defense. So I'll call you guys the firm.
Okay.
Gadusham, Emmanuel, and Riley. You being the president, and you got your two vice presidents there.
My vice.
Yes, your vice. Just making sure that everything is contained for the defense, and you guys are really balling out. Great defensive year for you guys. So let's just talk about again how does it feel to beat Venice for the second year in a row?
It feels great. I mean, Coach Hyde told us on Tuesday that was the first time and the biggest win ever in Palisades football history against Venice. So we made history, and
congratulations.
Thank you. That's great, and you know, a win's a win. Venice was just, like I said, an opponent in our way, and we just had to, you know, get by them. And right now we're on our way to a pretty good start in league, and we're looking forward to Uni.
Absolutely. Before we get to Uni, so right now Venice has dropped to 3-4 overall, and you guys are 6-1. How does this win affect the program? I mean, Pali's not really heard of. It's not really on the map. So what do you think? How do you think this win against Venice will put you guys on the map going forward?
It really opened up a couple of people's eyes in terms of where they're going to rank us come, you know, playoff time. So this win is huge for us. It's huge for us. And another aspect of that, Venice is our rivals, and so you never want to lose against your rivals, and you always want to play your best. So we played our best against our rivals. And hopefully this puts us in a great position to go get the Western League Championship, you know, be undisputed, 5-0 for the first time since '87, and get a home playoff game.
Absolutely, Cy. So, you know, you guys had royalty. You guys had high school columnists who were there. Eric Steinheimer was there. Connor Morissette was also there. It was a big game. And so, you know, you guys really had some folks to come out and support because it was on a Monday night. So maybe that should be a new thing. Monday night? No Monday Night Football? No. Okay, we'll just keep it to Friday nights. But just know, and I know that you talked to Eric Steinheimer. Someone tweeted out a photo, and I'll share it on our Twitter feed that as you were talking to Eric Steinheimer. What was that experience like? You had never met him before. You always have seen his comments about you and some of the other players on the football team. What was that experience like meeting him for the first time?
Just very surprising, very shocking. I mean, that dude's a G. He's a LA, you know, sports writer, Hall of Famer or whatever.
Right.
You know, in the LA Times, and so, you know, he really has his credibility. And you know, it was an awesome experience. Talking to him, meeting him for the first time, and hopefully we'll do it again.
Absolutely. And then the week before, you had actually had an opportunity to talk to Connor Morissette as well. We talked to him last season, and so I'm sure that was kind of similar feelings as you talked to Eric Steinheimer as well, right?
Yeah, Connor Morissette, just another one of those people that I've watched over the years. When he used to work for Fox on the SoCal Prep Insiders. And now that he does Sportbook live, I mean, he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
Him and Alex, just terrific men. And, you know, I've always, you know, been astonished of the work they've been doing in the California high school, you know, football rankings. And, you know, they're awesome dudes.
Yeah, they do a lot. I mean, they cover city section, they cover southern section. I mean, volleyball, football, basketball, they do it all. So just hats off to, we tip our fins, if you will, Dolphin fins, to Eric Steinheimer and Connor Morissette for coming out and joining us on that wonderful Monday night that we had last week. And so, just a few more questions for you. I would like for you to share some of your conversations that you were having with some of your teammates.
Oh, wow.
As the game was being played. So, talk about the one you had a conversation with Kenny on one of the plays in the huddle. Give you an inside look.
You know, we're marching down the field and we're about to score, you know, put the final touches on our win against Venice. And, you know, their defensive line was chop blocking, and I was just, you know, like, you know, I told Kenny, I said, you know what, just go ahead and run up my butt. We're going to score, because all we were doing, you know, down blocking the entire game. So, you know, me getting pancakes and they getting pancakes and we're getting pancakes. Everybody's going to IHOP. So, you know, I told Kenny, I was like, look, you just running behind me, and you're going to score a touchdown, and the next play he scored a touchdown because he ran up my butt. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And then there was another conversation with a player from Venice. You care to somebody's stats? He's trying to look good for his stats.
I guess. So, this one was, they had scored a touchdown in one of their 2 touchdowns in the game. And so I'm lining up for PAT, and Coach Jeremy was talking about the entire week, where we're not going to take plays off. And so we put in a PAT unit, and I went and I bull rushed the dude, and he grabbed the bottom of my helmet, and he just kind of dragged me down. And then when he got up, he was like, yeah, I'm going to put that on my highlights. And I was like, look, bro, you get no look. So, it's all good. Do whatever makes you feel happy. And so.
You remember what number? It doesn't matter at this point.
I wouldn't even say it because,
Absolutely.
If he sees this, he already knows. So.
You get no looks?
Well, we don't want to,
Okay.
No fuel to the fire.
Got you. Okay. Well, we already played the game.
Well,
we won.
But you don't want to be respectful.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll be respectful. Yeah, right.
Good game.
Okay, so next up is University High School. Now, here's a story that I really didn't know too much of. You were initially enrolled at Uni. Why didn't you go to Uni?
Well, Dad.
Yes. Son?
I didn't go to Uni because, I don't know, sir was already at Pali, and I thought Pali would be better than Uni. And, a lot of my friends did go to Uni, especially how close it is to my middle school. But I wanted to go to Palisades football, play, have the possibility of playing football with sir. And so I decided to go to Palisades.
That's nice. He decided to go to Pali to play with his brother. That's so awesome. So, which brings us to Uni. They're 2-5 so far this season. They didn't have too many stats. Actually, they didn't have any stats on Max Prep, so I couldn't compare some of the team stats. But they've been taking L's a lot this season, and actually, I think you are 3-0 against University High. What are some team thoughts? What are some ideas? I know you guys didn't have too much time to put in a lot of plays for University. But what is coach's note to you guys about them? Because they are 2-5, and on paper, you guys should win. But we know what can happen on Friday night.
Well, the plan is simple: win big.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a question of whether we win or whether we lose. I mean, the question is how much are we going to win by?
Gotcha.
And so our goal is to put up somewhere close to 55 points. And that's a lot of points, but, we feel like we can do it and get everybody a little bit more experience, not, to knock against Uni, but, we feel like we're the superior football team in every way, shape, and form. And so we're just going to display that tomorrow night. And hopefully everybody gets to see just a little bit more complete we are as a team.
Well, man, that's okay. That's what we can expect tomorrow at University High School. And so, man, this is I think this is probably the shortest version of This Week in Pali Football we've had. Hold on, before you close this out, I just want to give a quick JV report. There's nothing really to report for the JV because we did not play last week due to the wildfires that were happening in San Fernando. Both games, varsity and JV, were canceled. I'm sorry, varsity was rescheduled to Monday, and the JV team game was canceled. So we'll look forward to talking to Coach Marsden tomorrow after their game, and we'll have a little bit more on the JV team as we go further and further into league. So with that side, do you have anything else? You have a shout out for today?
Nah, I don't think I want to. I am going to do a shout out. I'm going to shout out Miss Elise. Miss Elise, if you need me to like any more of your photos, I will gladly like more of your photos. And if you would like to like this video, comment and subscribe, that would, be greatly appreciated right there.
Absolutely. Facebook James would appreciate it. I'm calling Cy the disruptor now. because that's what he was referred to in the LA Times article by Eric Steinheimer. So on behalf of
The Disruptor.
The Disruptor Cy, I'm Facebook James. We look forward to seeing everyone out at the football game versus University High and or the JV game versus Uni. 4 o'clock for the JV, 7 o'clock for the varsity. So with that, Cy, you go get your rest. I'm gonna edit some film and we'll see you at the football game. Peace out.